Welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Bob Sellers here with Allison Maloney. Heir to the Fox News fortune, James Murdoch reportedly spent $20 million opposing former President Trump's 2020 re-election, all while quietly funneling another $100 million, reportedly, through his nonprofit foundation to support left-wing political groups. As it's no secret to the young Murdochs that the young Murdochs backed Biden's presidency, the money funneling is not being well publicized. So how is this holding over with the rest of the Murdochs? Let's bring in our panel for reaction. Melanie, I'll start with you. What do you think the implications of all of this are?
The first thing that comes to mind when I think about spending that much money is power, is the retaining of power. Like, why is it that important to you to have that much government control, to have that much control over the people? Because the people on the left, Democrats and leftists in particular, like to have control of the people. They want the government to be your mother and your father and everything else, and they want to destroy the family. So when I think about that, I think about control, and I think about how frightening it is that somebody wants to invest that much money and having that much power and control.
Well, we're leaving Fox out of the whole equation, and that seems like an odd mixture. We always think of Fox as being conservative. So I wanted to give other folks a chance to say that I agree with what you're saying, Melanie. Mark, that does seem odd. We always have thought of Fox as being certainly right of center, but then these politics behind the scenes are not so.
That's right. Well, it explains why every time Allison mentions download the app, it goes up another million. It's why so many millions of Americans and conservatives are flocking to Newsmax. And again, it's why it's an honor for me to be a part of the Newsmax family with the rest of you. But yeah, it's remarkable. It's under Donald Trump. I'd love to explain this to them. Under Donald Trump, the America First policy, they were making more money during the last 4 years than they ever did before. I'd like to remind them of that. Donald Trump didn't start any new wars. In fact, he wanted to return our soldiers back home. We had a tremendous economy. We had peace in the Middle East. We're reforming a very broken and racist criminal justice system. We were leading, not trailing, in so many categories here. And so it's just remarkable. I think power corrupts, absolutely. When you've got that name ID, when you've got that money, it feels like you can sort of buy and do whatever you want. But I think Fox News this is another reason why Fox News is losing the ratings battle against Newsmax.
Amanda?
Well, Peter Doocy goes to all those White House briefings, and they rarely call on him, and they rarely give him a chance. So for all that money that Fox News spent, they're not getting much out of it. Look, this is the reality that, you have people that chose Biden over President Trump, and that's certainly what he did, and he invested his money in that. And it's ironic, given to your point, that Fox News is a conservative network and that would happen. It
makes you wonder, or at least makes me wonder, Allie, where this goes. I mean, Rupert Murdoch, always notoriously conservative, although there are people to the left of center that he supported in the past, but definitely built a right-wing the powerhouse, a juggernaut. And then this makes you wonder what the future is.
Yeah, I think that's the big question, right? Because we know that the Murdoch sons are liberal. We know that his wife supports President Biden. So again, you look at Fox being a conservative network, and then you see this, you have to wonder, will they continue to be owned by the Murdochs? There's lots of questions there. And, as Mark said, Newsmax has a lot of viewers now and a lot of folks that are subscribing to the app. So perhaps people maybe are seeing a difference, a change in how they're doing their programming. So we're just going to have to wait and see, what their plan is.
All right. Thank you, panel.